Welcome back, everybody. It's Rob Barrington here for another version of Plan Your Play, and it's different this time, folks. We're going to switch, or pivot, if you will, to suit contracts. So right here is the first contract I gave you. We're going to play 4 spades on this board. And let's jump in and plan our play. And we're going to do it differently. So in no trump contracts, we were counting winners. And then the strategy was, where are our extra tricks going to come from? And sometimes we're going to do a mixture of both things, right? We're going to count winners in a suit contract occasionally, but it's usually easier to start in a different way, and that is losers. So we're going to look at losers on each hand, and then the second question is going to be, are there any ways to remove any of the losers that we've counted? So this, from my opinion and from my students' experience, I believe, is the harder version of declare a play, right? Counting your winner. Planning the play in a suit contract appears harder for me, for sure, and for most people, I would say, because it's not as straightforward, and there's a little bit of, depending on which side we're on and which side has the trumps, it can be a little bit different as far as what losers we're going to take and how quickly we will take them. So we're going to go through all of that as we continue this series. But first off, what did you come up with on this hand? And I'm going to go suit by suit as always. In spades, we have 1 loser, all right? You always have to lose the ace of trump, folks. So that's always going to happen, but that's the only loser we should take. In hearts, we should have 0 losers, and that is because we have 3 in our hand, and we have the top 3 of the suit, and we are going to trump any that are left, if there are any left. That suit might just divide evenly, and we're good, okay? And so we have 1 in spades, 0 in hearts. We have 2 potentially in diamonds, right? We have 3 in our hand, but if we're not leading it ourselves, we're only ever going to take 2 no matter what. But if we're leading it ourselves, dummy is only looking at 2 diamonds and has a whole bunch of trump, okay? And now clubs, we have 0 losers, right? So it looks like on a bad day, we're going to take 3 losers on this hand. 1 in trumps and 2 potentially in diamonds. Now, it's not always going to be 2 diamonds. If the ace of diamonds is here, it could only be 1, all right? But as of now, it looks like we have 3 potential losers on a day that we're getting slightly unlucky. Now, the second question is, can we avoid any of these losers? Is there a way to take 3 losers down to 2 or 1? Well, can we avoid a spade loser? No. You can't avoid a spade loser, folks. You're always losing a spade. Can we avoid a diamond loser? And the answer should be pretty clear to you. Yes, you can. One of the best ways to get rid of losers is to throw them on other winning cards that we are void in the other hand. And that is actually happening in clubs. So take a look at this hand, folks. After this first trick, we're going to win the ace of clubs. What should we do next? What's the next play that's correct with this hand here? Did you get it right? You have to play the king of clubs, folks. This is an incorrect play here. Take a look. What did this player do? They played the jack of spades, which meant if it lost to the ace here, what could happen? A diamond could come through, and this player could be sitting here with the ace and queen, and we lose 2 diamond tricks. So this was actually a pretty bad error. I think this might have been a misclick, actually. But here's the best play, folks. You play the king of clubs because now you throw away. There goes your diamond loser, possibly, right? So now, even if the diamonds are very wrong for you, the ace and queen both here, meaning we would lose 2 usually, we now only lose 1 because we've thrown this away. The biggest mistake on this hand was the previous play. Take a look. This is a terrible action here because if this spade lost, let's say to the ace of spades here, and now this player was able to come through a diamond and get to those 2 diamond tricks, we've lost 3 tricks when we should have only ever lost 2, because before we get rid of our trump, we should have gotten rid of our diamond. All right, so there we go. The rest of this hand is over, right? We're just going to play a bunch of hearts. And even if that suit goes well, which it did, right? It broke evenly. We still only get to pitch 2 diamonds from our hand. So at this point, we're doing the best we can. So here, they finally trumped with their ace of spades over there and took their diamond. And that's 11 tricks, folks. So every time we play a suit contract, just like every time we play a no trump contract, before you ever call for the card as declare, make sure you are planning your play. Do not skip this step. It'll take you more time at the very start of your process, and then it will just become like breathing eventually. Planning the play, making sure you have an idea of what you want to do early, because sometimes you need to make plays very, very early in a hand that if you miss without planning, you're going to never be able to recover from. So plan your play, and don't forget, plan your vacation as well. I know all of my bridge playing students are probably at this point getting ready for some sort of better weather, especially if you're some of my New York clientele. So plan your cruise with myself, with Larry Cohen, with Alice Travel. Our April 19th to the 26th cruise is selling like hotcakes, so get in quickly if it's not already sold out. And if it is, take a look at the links I've put in the information, the chat for you, and you will find other options for playing bridge on the high seas. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this series, and I will see some of you on that cruise. So let's take a look at our next hand right here. It's one of the wackiest hands I've seen in a long time, folks. The contract is 5 hearts redoubled. And all you really need to know about this auction is the right-hand opponent opened 1 spade. And then left-hand opponent actually raised spades. They showed like 10 plus points and 4 card spade support, but 10 plus total points. So we're at the 11 trick level. So we're playing 5 hearts. And our left-hand opponent is the player that made their penalty double here. And myself, sitting in the South player's chair, said, let's dance. I redoubled. I like my hand. And we bought this dummy over here. So same as always, folks. We're going to count our losers. And then also we're going to recognize that this player has opened the bidding, right? So there's a little bit of extra information on this hand, but maybe not a whole bunch to kind of solve everything. Right? But take your time, count your losers, and then ask yourselves, where can I get rid of some or all of the losers that I'm counting? All right, and then plan your play, folks. I will be back and show you the solution to this tomorrow, and we will continue down this suit play journey. So don't forget, folks, stay tuned each weekday, except occasionally, I think I might have skipped one of these. Occasionally, there'll be a missing day only because I'm an idiot. Right? So sometimes I have a Tuesday to Thursday or Tuesday to Friday series that sometimes I forget to load a Monday video. So apologies for that, folks, if that happened. But I'll try to keep that in check as we move forward. So enjoy, and I'll see you next time, folks.